wait. Before y'all judge me, let me tell you something. Before you judge me, this was not this. This was a crazy situation. But first, hi. I know a lot of y'all don't know my name. My name is Malik Fane, also known as Hueyymalik on most, if not all, of my social media platforms. And as you can tell by the title of this video, it's a story time on how I slept with my best friend's boyfriend. And I'm not going to show y'all no longer. Listen, it wasn't actually me. This is actually a story that I know about somebody else who already knows that this video is being made, already knows that this video is going to get posted. So it's not about me. I didn't do this. However, it's still crazy. And I gotta get on here and tell y'all. So I don't want to keep I don't want to hold y'all up no much longer. Let's just go right ahead and get into the video. Y'all ready? I played it y'all face. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm good. So I'm sitting in my room one day. Mind you, the room I'm sitting in right now. So the story wasn't that long ago. So I'm sitting in my room and I get a FaceTime call from, we're going to call her Rose. Now Rose is my friend, and we've been friends. I'm 20. So we've been friends since high school. We've been friends since I was like 16 and a half, from up to about, about right now. So we've been friends for a good chunk of time. And let me just give y'all a little bit of backstory about her. She was like, she wore like white trash. And I'm not trying to say that as to like put anybody down. It's just me trying to use terms that I know y'all would know to best describe this person that I'm talking about. So she was kind of like, she wasn't white trash because she did keep herself clean and she carried herself, and she wasn't like poor living in the trailers and like slugging it out, nothing like that. But like, she was kind of sort of adjacent to that lifestyle. I'm not talking about the dirty factor because she was never dirty. Always came to school clean, always came to school upkept. She had some really good outfits and she was going through a whole lot of phases. She was also like a lot of people that I knew in high school, or at least definitely in the South. A lot of people in the high school be on that grass. Y'all know, if you know, they be on that grass. Gotta keep it in terms so I don't get, my video don't get taken down or nothing like that. So she would do like, just a little regular, or maybe little with, or, all them. And she had this friend. Mind you, at this point, they weren't best friends at this point, but their friendship grew and grew and they became best friends. So they weren't even best friends for like a long, significant period of time, but I would say like around 2 years or so. We're going to call the best friend Brittany, because I took notes before I was writing the story time. So if I'm looking over here, I'm looking at my notes, and I did call that girl Brittany. So Rose and Brittany's friendship, it's like, it was a little bit weird, and I kind of didn't like it at first because, mind you, I knew of Brittany when walking through the halls and stuff, but I never actually met Brittany until after we graduated. And it was because I'm good friends with Rose. So me, Rose, and Rose's best friend, we're going to call him Mason. Me, Rose, and Mason were all hanging out together after school. And Brittany called up Rose, and Brittany's like, hey, what are you doing? Where you at? Da, 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 da. And she was like, come over to Walmart because, like, we want to see you and da da da. We live in a small town, ain't no places to do, and nothing to do, just sit in the Walmart parking lot and talk for real. So, mind you, we was already sitting in another parking lot, just sitting there talking. So, I mean, okay, we're going to go to Walmart. So, we go over to Walmart. Mind you, it's like I said, I know of the girl, and I don't have no reason to like the girl, but it was something in my head was like, So, we sitting at Walmart, and it's this girl. When I grew up, it was 2 years of high school at this one place that was my old hometown, and then 2 years of high school at this new place. So from the last 2 years, 11th and 12th grade at high school at this new place, is the story that I'm talking about right now. And we get in the car, and obviously, all the new people I'm talking about. I'm talking about Rose. I'm talking about Mason. We done all got in the car with Brittany and Brittany's friend. Then they was like, like, okay, y'all gotta get out of my car because I'm finna go back into work to Walmart. So we like, okay, we gonna get out the car. What's gonna happen to Brittany? Because I know Brittany don't work at Walmart. Brittany man come get her. So Brittany man sitting up there and now he done pulled up and he's like, do y'all want to do? And he pull out something that's not grass. He pulled out medication that rhymes with nurk, lurk, smirk. You know, he pulled out some of the medication that rhyme with that. He's like, do y'all want to do this? Mind you, Rose said, oh, I ain't never do that before. And me, y'all, not gonna lie, I'm a goody two shoes. So I'm like, first of all, I don't even do the grass. Don't even do the alcohol. So I'm like, nah, definitely not me. And Mason, Rose's best friend, he's like, yeah, like he do it and da da da, but like not heavy. And he definitely won't finna do that medication. But Rose, the girl who, mind you, Rose picked me up from my house, and then Mason met us at the parking lot that we were at, and then we all got in one car. So Rose is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, no, you not. You finna drive me home to First of all, I already don't like sitting here because you said, oh, do you want to hang out? I said, yes, I'm going to hang out with you. Then you were like, oh, can Mason come hang out with us? Yeah, Mason can come hang out with us because this is my thing. If I meet friends through another friend, I don't consider you my friend until we've had some like one-on-one conversations, or we can be left in a room together and it not be awkward and we feel like we could be cool. That's why I was like, I'm not saying you my friend just because you already my other friend's friend. It's like, no, we gotta have our own separate moments. And me and Rose met at my first year at that new school. Me and Mason didn't meet until that second year, and I didn't even know who Mason was to Rose until we like, or already, you know. So I'm looking at her. I'm like, no. Like, first of all, I don't even really too much like Brittany being here because I always kind of got weird vibes from her, and I don't even know this girl from a can of paint, for real. I no, but I was okay with Mason because I know Mason. So she get out the car, her car. She get out her car, get in the car with Brittany and her boyfriend, and they drive off. I'm just sitting here and I'm editing this, and so apparently something happened. First of all, something happened with one of the clips where I'm talking and I'm saying like, "Oh, she left," and then me and Mason are in the car. And we're like, "Well, like what are we about to do?" Da da da. Kind of like, what the world? Like, what are we about to do? And then she comes back, and that's where the next clip picks off because we said what happened, and then she proceeds to tell us what happened. But while I'm sitting here and I'm editing this, I'm like, dang, like, am I just impatient, or why I feel like I'm taking forever to get to the point? Like, anyway, back to the video. What happened? She was like, I took half of the medication. Instantly irritated. Is she talking about something? No, I'll be fine. Like, I can still drive you back to go get your car, and then I can still drive you home. No. No. Instantly, I'm already irritated, and I'm sitting here wondering, how am I going to get home? Which, mind you, it wasn't really that big of a deal for me because even though I had only got to that school in 2 years, I had knew everybody. Everyone was like, it's just like you just mesh with us so well that it just feels like you've been here. That was not a compliment. That is not a compliment. Please, please don't piss me off. So listen, I'm gonna have to take a drink break throughout these videos. So you get irritated, you can click off. So, I'm sitting here. I'm wondering how I'm gonna get home because she's talking about something. Oh, I'm okay to drive. It'll be fine. You're not driving me nowhere. And that's one thing, y'all. Like, I never played about that. I never gave him no peer pressure. You won't finna force me to do nothing. I won't finna sit here and put myself in an unnecessary situation or uncomfortable situation because I got discernment. And when my guts say, I listen. Because I had to find that out the hard way, which is how I ended up getting in a car accident. So I listened to my gut. So I'm like, okay. So eventually, long story short, she ended up... I'm telling y'all like what kind of person she is. That's why I got to tell y'all this information. What type of person Rose and Brittany are. Because both of these people knew what type of situations we were in, and they still let her do that. So I'm like, no. So she ends up getting back in the car with Brittany and her boyfriend, pulls off, and me and Mason are sitting right there, and another one of our friends pulls up. So I get in the car with the second friend, and so does Mason. Me and Mason both get in the car, leave the girl's car there. It was like if she get in, she get in. If she don't, she don't. We don't really care, because why would you do something so stupid like this? So, mind you, this was the time period. This girl didn't have nothing going on. This was just like her character. This is just like her way of life for real. So eventually, I end up getting home. Mason ends up getting back to his car. He gets home. Blase, blase. So there was another occasion. Like I said, there was another occasion where Rose was like, this was later the same week, for real. This was, I never learned my lesson. I never learned my lesson. But at this point, y'all, we were freshly graduated. We were like, I wanted to get out. I wanted to go do something. So, freshly graduated. It's 4 or 5 days later after said incident. So, she calls me and she's like, do you want to go to the mall a whole nother state away? But we were like kind of close to the line, so it's not that big of a deal. Do you want to go to the mall a whole nother state away with Mason? Yeah. Okay, I want to go with Mason. Yeah, we can go. And do you want to go, like, do you mind if Brittany comes and Brittany's girlfriend? Brittany's girlfriend? But I thought, and it wasn't that. Turns out, dude that Brittany was with was actually her ex. But eventually, he's going to come back and be the exact same boyfriend for when I tell y'all the real story that I'm going to tell y'all. So, just keep that in mind. So I'm like, you know what? That's not even my business for real. So then we proceed to go, and we go to the mall in the other state over and things like that. And it was an okay day. I really got to like talking with her and knowing her, and like I was like, I really like, I like her. Like I had my suspicions about her, and I'm not gonna lie. The reason, part of my suspicions were probably because I judged her before I even got to know her. So I do take accountability for that. Like that would probably be on me. But then when I really got to know her, it was like, okay, you kind of a trashy person, but like you was the kind of trashy person where I could be like, you know, like I really messed with for real. And she always down for her people because they, like I said, were doing that grass in that car. And mind you, I don't do that. And they gotta sit with the windows up because they can't just have smoke coming out the car. So I'm basically dying in the car because I'm just like, and a cop, they like cracked the windows for me. When they crack the windows, a cop ends up coming behind them. So then she's like, oh my god, like Rose, mind you, it's Rose's car, Rose is driving, she starts panicking. Oh my god, like he's gonna catch us, he's gonna, and Brittany's like, give it to me, I promise y'all, I'll take the charge, I will go to jail today if I have to, like, give it to me, and she's stuffing it, like, in her, and all, and I'm like, dang, like, you a real one for real, like, you down with your people, and that's what I really like I really like seeing people who's down with their people. Maybe not too much like that, because I don't really know if I would have took the charge for a hoe. But like down with your people, you know. So that was just me like giving y'all like a little bit of backstory as to who these people are. So I'm gonna tell y'all one more. Rose had a boy. Rose and Mason, they're best friends, like I said, but they're like those guy and girl best friends where it's like, that's suspicious. Cause I know me and my girl best friend, like, we have absolutely no romantic attraction between each other whatsoever. But Rose and Mason, they were cracking. They was they was doing it all. They was getting down. So, but it was like they will also have their feelings tied within it, because it would be like one point Rose likes Mason, but Mason doesn't like her. And vice versa. Oh my god. Where is the story? When did she sleep with her best friend nigga? Come, what? I'm making my own self frustrated. But honestly, y'all, like, I gotta build the characters. I gotta tell y'all what kind of people these people is. I just started making my own stuff upset. I just spit it all over my computer. Back to the video. And then there would be some times where like Rose has a boyfriend. There are the times that he does, like, and it's just flip flopping all around. So these were one of the points. There were certain points where they liked each other at the same time and they were trying to make it work. This was one of those points, and they just like keep trying to go around. That was one of those points when we went to the mall. They were trying to like work it out. So Rose ended up dating one of my teacher's son, and the son was like a grade or two below us. So still in the same school. It's whatever. They ended up breaking up, and when they ended up breaking up, it's me and my good. This is my ride or die. This is my good homegirl, y'all. Like I don't play about this girl. Damn, y'all, I don't play about her so much. I would say her real name right now because mind you, all these are fake names that I'm giving y'all. But this like I will put her real name out here, but I'm thinking about it, and I don't think she know that I'm telling the story. And by the time I get permission, it might be a couple days later because that hoe don't know how to text. When I'm saying my homegirl, I'm talking about this same girl. So I'm walking with my homegirl. It's the last day of school, and I see Rose. She's standing outside. She waiting for the dude, and she was telling me about last night. She was calling his house at 2 a.m. because she was sitting outside his house. She sat outside his house from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. and she was calling and calling and calling the house phone, waking up the whole house. The teacher answered a couple times, so it was that was. So now she's standing outside the classroom because, mind you, they broke up. But she's like, she want to talk to him. She want to get some closure, explanations, all this, that, and the third. She didn't get that, and I'm standing in the hallway like outside the classroom. I'm like, you don't need to be sitting here. You don't need to be doing this. This is not worth it. Da, 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 da. And then it's like, all right, whatever. So I will go and I find my homegirl because me and my homegirl, we always walk in together. We always walk out together. When I had my car and I was driving to school, I would be picking her up. We'd be going to school together. So me and her is walking out, and we see Rose ended up started talking to my former teacher's son. That was her ex-boyfriend. She ended up started talking to him while they was like walking outside. So then we see it, and I see like they done parted ways as me and my homegirl walking outside. So I go and I walk up to her. My homegirl tagging with me because she used to this by now. So the clip ended up messing up again. Basically, I was saying that my homegirl so used to tagging with me because like I said, I know everybody, I'm talking to everybody, and she just be like, she just kind of be there. So she walking with me outside, and we see Rose and the dude talking, and this is where we picked up because I went to ask Rose what happened. I go what happened? She's like, he just like, it's just, and I'm like, do you want a hug? Like, I'll hug you. Like, do you need a? You really seem like you need a hug. No, I don't want a hug because I don't want him seeing another guy hugging me and then he just gets upset about it. Da, da, da. So then my friend's like, it's okay, girl. I'll give you a hug, and she hugged her, and I'm like, just made me love my homegirl even more because it's like I love people who are just actual like people who have sympathy and empathy for other people. That's why me and my homegirl is so good to this day. So now, let me get to the actual story. Okay, so fast forward a couple months after graduating, Rose is going like, you know how. No, actually, I don't know how because why are we still? I was saying Rose was going crazy at parties. She was getting blackout drunk. We so far into the video, YouTube not gonna take this down no more. She was getting blackout drunk. She was puff passing 24/7. She was doing all kinds of crazy stuff, getting cracked by all kinds of people. That's what she was doing. Brittany goes up there with her girlfriend to go visit her, and there were like so many incidences. Like, why are you getting blackout drunk at every single party? It's college. College, you go to a party every other day, every 2-3 days. It's so blackout drunk you can't control yourself. This girl peed on Brittany and her girlfriend's luggage. Like, what? Now that I'm sitting here and watching that back, that right there alone would have been enough reason for me to beat show. I ain't even gonna say it, but you know. Please help her. Please help her. Don't say her. She don't want to be saved. Don't say her. Because I'm thinking she's going through something that's really terrible. She needs help. It's not clicking to me. This kind of self-inflicted. That's not clicking yet. So, so I'm laying in bed. And I'm sorry, background noise keep distracting me. And I'm laying in bed about 1 a.m. I get a FaceTime. Now, mind you, this is one of those college breaks. So she's at home. And so she called me. I answer. It's about 1 something in the morning. I say, hey, Hello. She said, hello. Hey, Malik. I did something so terrible. And I just really needed to call you and talk about it because I really need to talk to someone who's not going to judge me. What you done did? Because at this point, y'all, it's so much stuff with her that I'm not telling y'all that it's like, all right, girl, I'm not even surprised. Like, come on, like, let's get to it. Like, that's how I'm feeling at this point. So she told me, she said, she's been going through this period where, like, I'm starting, like, not to care about nothing no more. Not to care about who I'm not reaching out to. Not to care about what I'm feeling. Not to care about my classes. Not to care about some legal stuff that I'm not going to stay on here. Not to care about whose feelings I'm hurting. And not to care about none of that. And I'm like, okay, so what did you do? So she say that, she told me that Brittany and her girlfriend broke up. And she proceeded to tell me that Brittany got back together with her ex-boyfriend. And she'd say, uh, me, Brittany, and her boyfriend, who was her ex-boyfriend, the one that was doing the medication, and the three of them are at the house. Brittany, Rose, and the boyfriend are at the house. Brittany goes to sleep. And I promise you, I bet you Brittany never go to sleep again. Brittany goes to sleep. And the dude is terrible. Like, when you hear his name, you like, ooh, ooh. So, Brittany went to sleep. It's nobody but boyfriend and Rose. Boyfriend starts spitting that little gang at Rose. Rose a little easy. And then she also not caring. So do y'all know? Do y'all know? They didn't like nothing on the couch, no bedroom, no nothing. These hoes proceed to go outside, get in Brittany car, and do the do in Brittany car. I'm looking. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just looking like Rose and Brittany boyfriend went to Brittany's car and did the do. So at this point, they finish because they, Brittany sleep. So they finish doing the do. She feel bad. She like she don't want to be around there. She don't want to be over there no more. Where you finna go? Cause I know her. I know she won't go on home. So she say that she called another one of her guy friends. Nobody I mentioned already. She called another one of her guy friends, and he comes and picks her up. Dude picked her up, and she proceeded to tell the dude everything. If I did not live through this, I would think I'm making it up. If I did not live through this, I would be thinking I'm making it up. But Rose get in the car, tell the dude everything that they done did, and dude dropped her off at home, and she's like, I don't want to be here, like da 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 this, da 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 that. So I think it's like she go in the house for like a little bit, and then she come back out because she done found somebody to link with. We pushing like 3 a.m. So she finds somebody to link with. Dude, it's two dudes in the car that she linked with. It's two dudes in the car that she linked with. Y'all remember my good homegirl that gave her a hug right after last day of school? One of the dudes that was in the car that picked up Rose from her house was my homegirl Lil Fine Shit. So as soon as I found that out, I can't lie to y'all, I went and told her. As soon as about it. But at that point she was like, oh, like I don't even mess with him no more. Especially since he got a baby on the way. Ooh, not my business. So she get in the car, and she proceeds to tell me that she was gonna be with one dude while my homegirl Fine Shit was driving. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of nasty because they were doing it in the back seat while dude was driving. He couldn't drop him off at home. Y'all couldn't, like, why did he have to be there? Why did the car have to steady keep on driving? Like, what? Okay, whatever. Then she proceeded to tell me they stopped the car. Both of the dudes switch.
What are we talking about? What are we? Mind you, like I said, if I didn't live through this, and I wouldn't believe it. But what? I'm overstimulated.
So, mind you, I think they switched like two, three times. I don't know. So, after they switched, she finally like, okay, I'm just checking the camera battery real quick. After they switched, she's like, okay, like, no, like I'm ready to go home. I want to go home. So by the time she get home, it's like 4 or 5 a.m. Let's say it's 5 a.m. 4 hours later, about 9, 10 a.m. Brittany pull up to her house. Brittany pull up to her house. She yelling at her from outside, so they having to scream. They standing outside. Rose standing on the porch. Brittany standing by her car. They arguing. Did you do this? And Rose is like, yes, but like I don't and you know that whole shebang. Brittany is pissed, rightfully so, rightfully so. Brittany is pissed. So Brittany said that whole get in the car, and in my head I'm thinking, get in the car, get in the car. What the hell is she finna get in the car for? So she get in the car. You got in the car. What the hell you mean you got in the car? You got in the car? You got in the car. You got in the car with the girl whose boyfriend you slept with. Stressing me. So she told me she get in the car. And she was like, I knew like nothing was bad was gonna happen to me. Like I knew like she wasn't telling me to get in the car so that she could me. I was like, okay, as long as you felt safe, because I don't know. Some people would have told her, like, get in this car, make sure I get into a car accident, and the car hit your side, my side, cool. You know what I'm saying? So okay, whatever. So she said they got in the car. They were driving for like 5-10 minutes. Pure silence. That's scary. Don't do that with me. Please argue. Don't know pure silence. Ooh. I told her, I said I would have been shivering me timbers. Like you know, that's just me. Like I would have been. Mm-mm. So then she say they pull up to a park. Mind you, it's well known local park. You know, I only been here for like a year, 2 years. I know it. So it's like, okay, they pull up to the park. She she said when they pull up to the park, she see people who are just her friends, and she also see people that are her and Brittany's friends. So it's about three of just Brittany friends, and then three of her friends and Brittany's friends. So six people, and Brittany's friends, and then Brittany and Rose's friends. And Rose don't have no individual own friends of her own. So she say she when they pulled up and she saw those people, she was like, "Oh my god!" I said, "Mm-hmm. You finna get jumped. You finna get jumped." So she didn't get jumped. She said they got off the car, and she was like, "We're gonna fight, and they're not gonna jump you or nothing. It's just if we get out of control, da 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 da." So Rose proceeded to tell me, she said, "Okay," and they start fighting, and Rose said she just laid there and took it. No, it's not funny. It's not funny. But what you mean you just laid there and took it? What? Imagine she said because she felt like she's still feeling her emotions. She's like, I just feel so bad. Like she deserved to do this. Mind you, she said, and I could tell she wasn't even fighting me like how she would have fought some random hoe on the street because she was like pushing and. Mind you, I just described.
Y'all, I just sit up here and gag myself. While I'm sitting here, I must have been tired because why I slipped up and said that girl real name. Ooh, cut that.
So then she was like, after she pushed her to the ground and got on top of her, was like slapping her some stuff, but like literally 10 seconds, 10 seconds, maybe eight, because you know, in fighting, 30 seconds is a long time. So I don't even want to say 10 seconds for her. Like maybe like eight. Brittany proceeded to get up. Mind you, it's so hard to tell these stories because I'm saying these people real names in my head. I'm realizing that Brittany proceeded to get up. Brittany like, find your own way home. Ooh. And in my head, I'm thinking like, oh my God, I forgot your dumb self went up and got up in that car and went over there. Why would you do that? So all the friends left. Everybody left. She stranded at the park. Who she called? She called Mason. Now, mind you, her and Mason still kind of like got what they got going on because she called Mason to come pick her up because she knew that of all people, like Mason wasn't going to leave her there stranded. So Mason gets there, and Brittany ended up calling Mason because she's friends. Mason and Brittany are friends too, obviously. She was like, Brittany ends up calling Mason, telling Mason what happened, and now Mason is also pissed at Rose. So she was like, everyone's just pissed at me, and I just did this, and da 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 da. Mind you, I forgot. I forgot we was on FaceTime. I give her my honest opinion, y'all, and I'm gonna give it to y'all too. I told her, I was like, I know you know that you dead wrong. You know that you know you dead wrong. I'm not about to sit here and little girl you as to why you are dead wrong, because I know you know. This is not a good person to be. Like, even if this is who you are is a terrible person. I'm the therapist friend, which is why they always everybody calling me. That's why everybody, when they get drunk, they be calling me and need someone safe, comfortable, not judging them, actually listening to them. You know, everybody's calling me for advice, this, that, and the third, and I gave it to her. I gave y'all what I felt about the situation, but I also gave her advice to help her go along with life. At this point, I'm just sitting here and I'm rambling on camera, and I usually kind of do that when I'm tired. I picked that up from my best friend. So I'm going to end this video by saying thank you guys for watching. If you guys would like a part 2 or more information, side note, whatever, let me know. Let y'all know that this will not be the last time y'all see me, and I am going to be on my grind. So prepare to be sick of me. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion said that, but I can't really remember what song she said that from. But anyway, all right, let me go ahead and get off here. I love y'all. I really do. Bye.